Hi, I'm Melissa Atkins, one of the instructional technologists for Lamar County School District. My job right now is to help you get ready for taking the PARCC test online. So I'm about to show you some of the tools you'll see when you're taking the test on the computer and some of the types of questions. All right, the first thing you'll have to do when you get into PARCC is use a special username and password that your teacher will give you and click sign in. Once you do that, up in the right, you should see your first initial last name instead of the word guest, and then you'll click Start Test and Start Section, and your questions will load. Let me show you some of the tools that you will have when you're taking the test. The first tools are your arrow keys. This is how you go from one question to the next, and then you can go back to the previous questions. I want to show you some cool tools first. So I'm going to take you here. Awesome. All right, the first cool tool I want to show you is this answer eliminator. This is the circle with the X at the top. When you click on it, it'll help you mark out those silly answers that you know aren't right. That way you can concentrate on the other choices and make a smart decision. To get the X's off, you just click off of it. And then you'll have to click on the pointer to select your answer. That's cool tool number 1. Cool tool number 3 is highlighting text. If you find specific good information in the passage or parts of the question that you want to remember that stick out, you can highlight your text. You click the left side of the mouse button and you drag over the text you want to highlight, and what it does is it brings up some color choices. You get to choose which color you want it to highlight. So you click drag and you highlight. If you want your highlight off, you highlight and click on the white and the highlight goes away. That's cool tool number 2. Cool thing number 3, go over to this drop down menu and you can change the color of your words and the background. This could help you be more comfortable taking a test online or even make it easier for you to read. But since this is a timed test, choose one at the very beginning, click continue, and stick with your choice. All right, cool tool number 4 is in this drop down menu too. It is the line reader. It's a reader box. You can adjust the size by using the diagonal lines on the side, dragging it in. You can adjust the part of the green that hides by using those horizontal lines, and then you can move your reader box so you can read certain parts of the text at a time to help you concentrate. That's the line reader. You get it at the drop down menu, and to take it off, you click on it again and it goes off. And cool tool number 5 is the answer masking. You click on it and it hides all your answer choices. That way you can look at one at a time, decide whether or not it's right, and I'm just clicking to turn it off and on, to hide it and show it. To get them all off, again, you go to the drop down and click on that again. Those are the cool tools. Now let me keep showing you some more things up here. If you want to come back to a question later, whether or not just to double check your answer or to actually answer it, you can flag it up at the top toolbar. It says flag. So if you flag it, then any time you want to, you can go click on review and it will show you which ones you flagged. This also shows you which ones you haven't answered and answered. But all you have to do is click view next to those questions and it'll take you back to those questions. So flag questions that you want to double check your answer on, review will get you back to your flags. The pointer tool is super simple. That's the one you use to select your answer choices and to drag and drop, meaning move your answer to a certain spot. You would also use your pointer tool to plot points on a graph or choose part of a number line or anything like that. Some other tools up at the top you may or may not have. On your math test, you might have some rulers, a protractor, or a calculator. All you have to do is click on the tool you want. It brings it up. You can drag it. You can turn it however you need to and move it where you need to take it back off. You just click on it again. So those are the tools up at the top and different things that you might come across. Another thing you need to pay attention to when you're taking this test are the different scroll bars. There's a scroll bar for reading passages. If the passages are long, that would move the passage up and down so you can see the whole thing. There's also a page scroll on the right. Make sure you always scroll all the way down to make sure you don't miss any questions. That's your scroll. All right, something else that you might be interested in that might help you on the PARCC test is zooming in on the test. If the words are too small and you need to zoom in, one of the things in the drop-down menu up at the top is an enable magnifier, and it will bring up this little box that you can use to magnify certain parts. Or on your keyboard, hit Control, which is right next to the space bar, and the plus sign, which is up there close to backspace or delete. And you can hit that plus while you're holding down Control. Tap the plus sign to make it bigger, to zoom in. And then if you need to go back out, you would keep holding the Control and click that minus sign, which is right next to the plus sign, to make it go back. So that's another way where you can zoom in and out of your test. All right, now let's discuss some different types of question types you might see on your test. You might actually have to watch a video to answer a question. You would click the little play button, and then once you play it, there'll be a pause button in the corner that you would click to stop it if you need to. So play and pause. Play and pause. That's on your videos. I already mentioned scroll bars. Oh, let's go back to here. There are multiple choice questions and multiple select questions. Multiple choice, you can only choose one right answer. Multiple select, it might say, the directions might say select all that apply. It might say choose two, but you can have more than one right answer. So make sure you pay attention to what the question is telling you to do. All right, drag and drop is another type of question you might come across on the PARCC test. To answer drag and drop questions, use your mouse. You would click on the left button on the mouse, keep it held down, and drag where you need your answer to go, and then let go of the mouse button. So again, you click and hold the mouse button down and drag it where it needs to go. That's drag and drop. If you come across the fraction model, this is what it looks like. That's one whole. Click more, puts it in halves. Click more again, thirds, fourths, fifths, sixths, sevenths, and so on and so on. If you need less, you click on the fewer. If you want to totally reset to the one whole, you click the reset. Drop down boxes, you would click in the box to find your answer choices and to select them. You just click on your choices. Drop downs. Points on a graph, you just make sure you're using your pointer and you would click where you needed them to go, or like I'm doing now, click off of them to erase or to change your mind. Some other types of questions, using the inline choice, just like you saw before, drop down arrow, click on the right one. Different passages, remember about the story, the passage scroll, and the page scroll. This one was way down there. Using text extraction, you can't highlight these like you could up here. But if your answer choice is already highlighted, it really just means drag and drop. Pick the one you need. Another way of using text highlighting is as making your answers. They might have the questions already highlighted or the parts already highlighted. You would just click on the parts that are making your right answer. Oops, maximum of 2. Click off of it if you need to again. That's using text highlighting. Tabbed passages and constructed response boxes. Tabbed passages meaning there's more than one passage to read, more than one source of information. So you would scroll down the first tab you would click on the second one. Make sure you read and scroll down this one. Remember, you can highlight any of this to help you when you are writing your constructed response. When you type in your constructed response, all you do is you click in the text box and start typing in your answer. At the very end of the test or very end of the section, make sure you look and see if you have any unanswered questions. Always go back, click review to see if you have flagged some questions or if some are not answered. And remember, all you do is click view to get back to those questions. Once you've answered them, you can click review and it'll say end section. So you can click it the very end and you've answered all your questions and you've reviewed all your information and you are totally ready. You click submit final answers and then you'll have to click yes, submit final answers again. All right, that about does it for my part of getting you ready for the PARCC test. So now what I'm suggesting you do is get to those online practice tests that are available and start practice using these tools. Best of luck to you.